Guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Oden Eyes Norms palette. I have the 16 eyeshadow one. Ooh, the wording of that was crazy, but they have also smaller like 5-pan palettes, but I have the 16-pan one. That's what I meant to say earlier and I kind of said it weird. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a review, kind of talking about my thoughts on the shadows because I've had this for like a week now and I have played around with it and I'm using it today on my eyes. It is super pretty and I've done other looks with it. So yeah, so keep watching if you like to see a review, and I'll do swatches at the end, do not worry. Oh, this is also your reminder to please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I will have more content coming your way. Before we get into the review, I kind of want to just talk about the palette in general and kind of the color story. There's a big mirror. Please don't look at my stuff. Okay, I'll put the little thing like this. Right, so this is the color story of the palette. It looks super unique to me. I don't know, I feel like lately in the makeup world we've been having a lot of the same shit and like a lot of just like orange tone palettes, berry tone palettes. It's a lot of the same colors, like the ColourPop Bambi collection. I was like, this is so boring, what is this? But I saw this on Trend Mood and it really inspired me to actually buy from Odens Eye for the first time, because I was like, this is unique. Like, I have not seen this color story anywhere. I got so nervous buying it at first and trying it out because I was like, I don't know where to go from here, so I'm so used to being like, oh, transition, darker shade, and then lid color. But then there's not really a transition color in here. I mean, there is this color and this one can be a transition color, but I don't know. I was just so not used to like this color story, but it really like made me get out of my comfort zone. And the other day I did a look using just this shade and this shade on my lid, and I'll pop that right here. I tried to take the best picture I can, but it was gloomy that day. It was kind of ugly, but this palette has kind of inspired me to kind of come out of my comfort zone in that way, kind of doing more like unique looks, kind of doing looks for more shimmer. And yeah, so I'll go into the specifics about what each eyeshadow is in this palette in the next section. We have obviously mattes and we have like metallics like this one, and I don't know if this one would be a metallic. This one looks like a metallic, or it looks like ColourPop's like matte with micro glitters. I'm not 100% sure what kind of shade that is. I have not used it yet, but these shades over here on their website were described as being like these micro diamond eyeshadows, and they're so fucking gorgeous on the eyes. Like, holy shit. I would compare these kind of to like the Kaleido shimmers in like the sense that like they have like, they're so shiny and they have a lot of glitter, but they do have like some color to them. It's really cute. I really like it. But yeah, so this shade actually here was handmade, and there was also a couple other pieces within this collection that were handmade, like the highlighter, which I have, which I can review for you guys if you guys want. Just let me know down below. But with that being said, this was my first ever Oden's eye palette, and I just honestly didn't know what to expect, just because like the color story was like a little bit out of my comfort zone, but that's why I wanted to buy it. Like, it was just so unique. But I was worried about the performance of the shadows. I've heard great things about Oden's Eye, but I feel like I always have bad luck, so I was just scared. But I have no like negative comments about this palette. Like, first of all, I didn't even show you the outside. This is so fucking gorgeous. For what reason? And it has all these shades in the back. And it's really interesting how on their website, it's the same for the thing, but on their website they'll go into like each like collection, tell you like what part of Norse mythology like inspired it, because Oden's Eye is a brand inspired by Norse mythology. Oh my gosh, English. But it's really like just cool how like they have an idea and a concept, and they really do show it in their products. This palette is $32 USD, which is like 28 euros. I'm probably doing it wrong because their website is in euros, but I really love how they take like, they're inspired by Norse mythology, and they take that and they like add it to all aspects of their products, like the packaging, the shade names, everything, and like the shade colors. Like, they really go the extra mile with showing you like what they're passionate and inspired about, which I absolutely love, because a lot of like companies will be like, we're inspired by this, and then you look at their products and you're like, huh, where? I don't see it. So I really do think this eyeshadow palette is worth it, but only if you really like the color story or you know you're gonna reach for it, because the color story is a little bit out of my comfort zone, so I don't know how much use I'm gonna get with it. But the shade right here though, Optimism, is the most gorgeous shade ever. I'm wearing it on my lids today. It's like this gray with gold glitters. Oh my god, I could die. Oh, let me show you the shade I'm wearing on my eyes today. I'm only wearing 3, so I'm wearing the shade called Days, which is like this light kind of gray green grungy tone. Very, very beautiful. And this shade that says Pragmatism. Sorry, it took me a second. I was like, huh, English? I'm looking at it upside down. So these shades are gorgeous. Oh, and I have another shade in my inner corner that has probably gone away by now, but it's the shade Pink Chameleon. Yeah, so I really do like this palette, and I really do recommend it if you like the color story. I feel like if you're not really that interested in the color story, they do have a lot of other palettes, which let me get them and show you. Finally, one thing I would like to say is that even though that color Dazed isn't really necessarily bright, it is so fucking pigmented. Like the mattes in here are so blendable. It is absolutely crazy. Like the other day when I did the look with just the color Outsider and I didn't use any other shades from any other palettes, and it looks blended out, even though this is kind of a relatively dark shade for me. Like I was like, oh my god, like I look cute, right? So there's that. And like the mattes are blendable. The shimmers aren't that hard to work with. I did find these like the diamond ones at the bottom kind of difficult like to work with a brush, so I did feel like if you're gonna use these, you definitely gotta go in with your finger, because the brush was not cutting it. When I used the brush, I would get glitter, no pigment, no color, no nothing. So it was just I had glitter on my eye. So when I went in with the brush, that's what happened. But when I went with my finger, I actually got the actual color. Yeah, so that's my actual like gripe on the shades. I don't like using my finger for like eyeshadows just because I hate getting my finger dirty. So if you want some, you lose some. If you are not interested in that color story, you want to try Odens I have their Alva eyeshadow palette. I want the Alva too, but this is it. I have not had the chance to use it then, but if the quality of the Norns one is the same as this one, it's gonna be amazing. So this is more if you like them pink tones. And yeah, and I have one more. So if you're more neutral but you still like a pop of color, because the Norns eyeshadow palette had a lot of pops of color, bro. Did you see that last row? Absolutely gorgeous. But this is their Solomane palette, and it is more natural, more neutral, and it has like the periwinkle and the green. So if you do want to try Odens Eye but you don't necessarily think that you will get enough use out of the Odens Eye Norns palette, then these are the other palettes by them that you should honestly really check out, because they're really good quality. Now we're gonna go in for the swatches. If you guys enjoy the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It means the world to me. And yeah, I'll be back next Monday for a new video.